Hi, welcome to I Love the Library. My name is Deb and I'm Public Services Supervisor here at the library. Wow, it's finally spring. Aren't we lucky? Lovely day outside today. I've been reading some really great books lately and I'd like to share the titles with you. There are a couple I'll be showing you just a picture of the cover because they've flown off the shelves, but here's the first one. If you like reading anything about the Kennedy family, you have to add this one to your list. Eunice the Kennedy Who Changed the World by Eileen McNamara. It's the biography of the fifth child and third daughter of Joe and Rose Kennedy. If you probably know, the Kennedy sons were groomed for politics while the daughters were supposed to be there to support them and pretty much stay in the background. Eunice was a go-getter from the get-go, and she was reportedly a female version of JFK, even down to the way she sounded and, funny enough, the Addison's disease diagnosis. That one surprised me. She was instrumental in getting JFK to approve legislation that improved the well-being of those with developmental disabilities, which of course is a more politically correct term in these days. But she brought to light what for most people was hidden. The family members, nobody talked about them. They were institutionalized when they had these developmental disabilities. And of course we know the story of her sister Rosemary, who suffered a botched lobotomy, after Joe decided something needed to be done to help keep Rosemary more stable. Eunice was also instrumental in starting Special Olympics, which is now a worldwide program that allows people with developmental disabilities to participate in the sports arena. So reading this book, I found Eunice to be a fascinating, caring woman of great faith and remarkable energy, even to her last days. So if you get a chance, read Eunice the Kennedy Who Changed the World. I currently have two other biographies I'm reading. Yes, one of them is A Higher Loyalty, Truth, Lies, and Leadership by James Comey. In this book, Comey talks about his growing up years, his early career, a heartbreaking personal loss, and cases and personal events that helped shape his views of justice, fairness, and ethical leadership. I'm enjoying this book and think it gives a relevant background for what we have seen in the news recently. So James Comey's book, A Higher Loyalty. The other book I'm reading is called Something Wonderful, Rodgers and Hammerstein's Broadway Revolution, and it's by Todd S. Purdom. I have always loved the Rodgers and Hammerstein musicals. Who can ever forget South Pacific, Carousel, Oklahoma, and of course, The Sound of Music. This book lets you in on the story behind these two men who, though different in personality and often emotionally distant from each other, created some of the most beloved musicals of all times. I think you probably leave it humming music from I Can't Get That Man, or I Gotta Wash That Man Out of My Hair, or the Oklahoma Surrey with the Fringe on Top. So just a fascinating look at the background of some of those musicals. On a different note, I recently read Francine Rivers' newest book, The Masterpiece. I'm going to read a little bit from the review I found of it. So, New York Times bestselling author Francine Rivers returns to her romance roots with this unexpected and redemptive love story, a probing tale that reminds us that mercy can shape even the most broken among us into an imperfect yet stunning masterpiece. This was a story that really caught my interest. I had to read it till, all hours of the night, and then I passed it on to my daughter-in-law and son, and they read it with the same speed. So it was a book for all ages and sexes. So all these and many other new arrivals at the library. See you at the library.